Hi, this is session 26 of Apocalypse Keys. Crazy. Means that we've been playing for more than 6 months, not even counting all the weeks that we didn't play because somebody was ill, or everybody was ill, or it was super hot, or people had things to do. And I feel we are getting out of all the bells on Earth. Last time, which in real life was quite a while ago, actually, a month. It was on June 13th. Today is July 18th. Last time we saw the destruction of a casino by the hands of Virtus, and it was called the Alecto episode, not without reason. I will just quickly read the short summary, the 2-paragraph summary, so we get a at least general idea of what happened. Las Vegas was thrown into chaos as the Red Rock Casino collapsed and a devastating storm battered the city, leaving destruction in its wake. Rhydian, sheltered in the Sherwood Forest Casino, awoke from fractured dream visions carrying a new bond with a woman named Azul, a trans woman of color whose story, assembled by Division's dream experts, ended on a knife's edge between love and loyalty. Across the city, Sam received a visit from Franklin Wolf, the charismatic CEO of InstaWits, who offered her fame, legend, and a global platform. Dazzled by the pitch, Sam signed his contract without hesitation, then severed her bond with Rhydian entirely, choosing ambition over loyalty. Meanwhile, Alecto made a far more violent choice than in the Wolf Towers Casino. She slit the throat of Lisa, a minor deity who had offloaded a crushing karmic debt and poured her divine blood across the cursed Chernobog deck, destroying it. The act unleashed the imprisoned gods within, who claimed living bodies as vessels, killing innocent casino guests in the process. Rather than pulling back, Alecto commanded her newly freed army to exact vengeance on the world's most guilty. Triggering a global reckoning by ancient and often merciless standards, she seized Ricky Rosales and his Testamentos followers as instruments of divine slaughter before transforming into her monstrous scorpion form and charging blindly into the desert. Rhydian sensed the psychic shockwave and reached out to Alecto with shared memories and quiet understanding, but the rage was too consuming to penetrate. Hours later, they found Alecto in the desert, partially transformed and spent. Without a word, Rhydian sat beside her and opened a gentle vision in their mind. A sunless forest, a still well, wind through leaves, offering only presence and no judgment. Alecto said nothing, but they didn't look away. For someone long braced for abandonment, Rhydian's refusal leaving was For someone long braced for abandonment, Rhydian's refusal to leave was everything. Proof that some bonds hold even when the world is ending. Yeah, and I noticed after the fact that this whole thing of setting the Chernobog deck free is actually supposed to be the fail condition of this mystery. It is the last rung on the doomsday clock. The bell rings. Every bell sounds and lets loose a peal. Oh. There's the sound of shuffling behind it, coming and rising like a tidal wave. What was contained within the Chernobog deck, real or fake, is manifested and let loose. The archetypes fly across the world, bringing chaos and changing everyone. Fate is broken. So what we did was not quite as bad. We didn't break fate. We just killed a ton of people. But we are close to finishing the mystery anyway. You're already above 0 with your clues, I think. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clues on an complexity 8 mystery. So if you were to start answering questions now, you would already roll with +1.
Can I just ask something? This tool that you're using, it's really bad at figuring out whether, at picking up when people use they for somebody, right?
It is really bad at that, yeah.
It's so bad.
It's just heteronormative shit. Can't really deal with anything but binary genders.
What does it do when you're using some completely ambiguous name? Or is it then just going, the voice sounds X or Y?
Yeah, it goes by the voices.
Fuck off. Sorry. What?
And then I can sometimes so there's a section where I can list the characters, and when I list them with pronouns, it often works, but not always. That's why I had to
I know, but it's so weird, right? When if you even have that option, but it's like surely there's a way of making it actually adhere to that. If it is so good at adhering to fucking cis heteronormativity, that is
But
also programmed, right? Like if you
yeah,
can set it, literally, I'm telling you, here are the parameters. This name, this should be easy enough, right? But apparently not.
but
You know.
aside from that, it is really good at creating summaries and
Yeah.
like what's really important about it for me is that it's really good at filtering story beat from table talk.
Yeah.
Like I tried to just transcribe
So that it
the
understands.
actual recordings, but that was just a labor of love that, like, you know,
Yeah.
takes 9 hours to transcribe a 3-hour session, and who has that time? I spent 3 hours yesterday and the day before, so 6 hours by now, creating our Moonlight on Rosewood Beach character keeper for tomorrow, and I'm very curious about how you find it. Yeah, because it doesn't need to be only practical; it also needs to be pretty.
Yeah, I mean, if you get joy from that, that's cool. But it is a lot of work.
Yeah, but to my mind, that's much better invested time than transcribing game sessions.
For sure.
Okay, so
Right.
where do we want to start? Oh, we now I know where we start. We start with a start of
Oh,
session
for
stuff.
fuck's sake.
True. God, I'm so out of it.
So the first thing that I need to ask you, and let's start with Alecto, just because I have your tab open just now.
Yes.
What is your impulse today?
Okay, let's see.
And I see you have an advance to take. And I like this little frame that you built there in the character keeper for that. That's really neat.
That was me.
Oh,
Yeah,
still very neat.
I'm definitely not building anything.
That is a very nice addition, and I will adopt that.
I was wondering about that because I didn't see that before. Okay.
No, I added it in because you were running out of boxes, and I thought, I've made one of those on my end. I may as well make one for you, and now it looks better than in mine.
That looks really pretty with a double border.
Yes. Okay, let's see. It shows our pain. Did you break your heart? Did you seek escape? Did you have an intimate? I'm taking the first one. Did you have an intimate or violent moment with the entity of vengeance that has taken residence in your?
That's nice. Oh, I hope I don't forget about it. I've been so curious to learn more about that entity. Oh, nice. And you still don't have any starting moves, do you? No, I don't think you do.
Well, I mean, it says here starting moves, and then
Oh, where?
I am vengeance and an eye for an eye. But
no.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, that was unclear. I didn't mean starting moves as the moves you start the game with. I meant start of session moves, exactly.
That's what I thought, because I kept hearing that, and then I kept also understanding it wasn't exactly this. So
No.
Okay.
No, I mean these moves like Rhydian's pre-move that just triggers at the start of the session.
I don't know, can I acquire these?
Yeah.
Possibly with an advance.
Oh, I see.
I wouldn't know which ones that they are right now off the top of my head, but you can just have a look at the books, see which ones start at the start of the session.
Yeah, and I definitely still need to take that advance, but I haven't been focusing on this at all, unfortunately. So
yeah.
Maybe I'll try and figure that out during the session or something.
Yeah, but same with me. Like I haven't spent a second thinking about the game in the last month, which tells me that we're about to come to an end with it.
Well, I mean, for me, it made sense. I think also for Nina, right? Why we haven't really been thinking about games. So
yeah, of course.
It's distracted.
But I don't have that excuse.
Yeah, you had the excuse of your players continually flaking on you, which doesn't really make for high motivation. So
that is true.
Definitely.
Because I'm still excited about the game in and of itself. It's just when you don't have the continuity, then
it
falls off the radar really easily.
Then you have to spend like 20 minutes each session to try to get into it again.
Uh-huh.
I am just reading over the betrayed moves, and just from cursorily glancing, I don't think you have any start of session moves to choose from. But
Unless you choose one of the other playbook moves.
exactly. You do have advances where you can choose moves from other playbooks. Yes.
Just to make it even more difficult, because then you have to read all of that's on offer.
Lovely. Okay. Yeah, I will ponder this
Do that.
question a little longer.
And let's go to Rhydian. What is your impulse today?
I don't know. I'm like wondering which one makes the most sense, and I feel like that's another thing that's harder when it's been a month, which is like, what makes sense after the last thing that happened or whatever, you know?
Or just what do I feel like experiencing today? I
know, but it's more of a, I don't know, I'm gonna just go with, did you open your mind or heart to another monster? In fairness, I also don't need the XP I'm not sure. That's like one of the ones that I've rarely ever chosen for some reason.
And then let's go to the Dream Future Review Protocols.
Yes.
My dear Rhydian, what have you been dreaming of lately?
That is a good question also.
I mean, it doesn't have to be any specific content, right? The move says, tell the keeper what kind of dreams you have. The more vague you are, the more I have to work, of course, but...
Oh, I've been dreaming of magician shows going terribly wrong.
Okay, then please spend darkness tokens and roll.
Every single time you say this, I'm like, oh yes, of course, that's the one where you have to roll.
And then we'll see where we take it from there.
I still don't have darkness. It's fine. We're just gonna roll flat.
Yeah. Just roll a 4.
What happens when it's under?
You dream of a broken future that was erased from the timeline by a future that no longer exists. That one. The one where last time death died.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but like I need to spend 3 bonds.
Have you actually rolled a 4?
No, a 7 minus, so I need an 8. Remember, this is not your regular PBTA. So I have a 5.
You have a 5. Wow. I was close with my 4.
Yeah, so I need to spend 3 bonds to get.
Well, you do have 1,000,000 bonds.
I mean, I know, but do I want to?
If you're hoarding them.
No, it's not about hoarding. It's more about how sometimes I'm also just like, I don't understand how that like fits into anything.
Does Rhydian have some attachment issues, perhaps?
Oh, definitely. Lots of them. No, I'm gonna let it stand.
Sure.
I'm gonna stick with my attachment issues.
And let's see. The keeper describes the dream and the harrowing future. A part of that future will become real and infect this reality.
So well with the Chernobog deck and all of that nonsense having just happened anyway.
Yeah. So you said you dream of magicians, and remember that the magician was somehow Fey related, as this entire casino is. So the dream goes as follows. You sit in the audience of the stage show. It is like it was in real life, where he saws apart the assistant and puts it back together and gives you the little box with a spear tip, and Petal enters the stage pointing at you. And in this timeline, the magician then pulls you to the stage, and you smell as he pulls you to the stage. Or maybe Petal does not appear after all. It doesn't really fit the image I have in my mind. But as he pulls you to the stage, you smell the smell of wet forest canopy and old dirt that you know as the telltale smell of Gwyn, pointing towards that this magician might just be a disguise of Gwyn's, or maybe he is marked by him in some other way. And he he presents you to the audience, and the audience claps, and you see in the audience there are all people you remember from your time at Gwyn's court. And it's this moment where you remember them the moment you see them. You're like, oh, how could I forget that I knew them? I knew them so intimately once in a different life. And the magician asks you to put something of yours into a box. And you do. And in a fit of dream logic, the item that you put into the box is this old transistor radio that you used to have in Barcelona when you were sitting on the balcony listening to music with Baptiste. And you put it in the box, and he closes the box, and he does a few magician movements, some hand waving, and says some abracadabra, only that you actually do understand it as proper magic fey words. And he opens the box, and in the box there is a crown of thorns and of wreaths. And he puts it on your head, and your dream you does not object to that. It feels natural. It feels like you are accepting a place in the order of the universe that was yours to begin with. And he looks at you, and he says, you're finally home. You are back where you belong. Your place was never to be my servant. Your place was always to be my successor, to take my burden so I could be free. And he smiles at you, and you look down on yourself, and you find that you are wearing this stage magician's tuxedo, and you look back at him, and he's gone. And the crown on your head digs into your skin, and it feels invasive, and at the same time it feels stabilizing. It feels supportive, and that's where you wake up.
Okay. And what part of that future is becoming real, or is that still coming?
I can tell you, but you can also find out in play, whichever you prefer. I know what it is.
Let's find out and play.
Okay.
So for once, I don't get a clue.
No, you don't get a clue, but and I'm pretending like I'm all mysterious. I will write it down somewhere on the Miro board so I don't forget. Maybe I put it on the Gwyn sheet.
Cool.
Let me just quickly grab a Post-it. Gwyn has, I'll just tell you anyway. Gwyn has given the mantle
It's abdicated.
to Rhydian in a alternative timeline. A bit of the, let's call it regal splendor, has carried over to this one. So on some instinctual level, Faye will recognize you as royalty, as somebody to obey and take seriously.
That doesn't sound very negative.
No.
Yeah, but it might still. Because it sounds like so ominous, right? It's like this reality, like.
Yeah, it doesn't say that a horrible part of the future will become real.
We'll see. I was going to say be careful what you wish for. It's not as if they actually wished for that. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
So what do you want to do today?
Alecto?
Well, so we're still in the desert, right? Or
if you want to. Mm-hmm.
We don't have to be.
Well, that's where we stopped. Anyway.
Yeah.
And there has been no session without us in the meantime.
No. I was just saying that you can be, but also this is not D&D. We can also have had a time touch and have gone back, and all of that.
True. Yeah, D&D is so strict when it comes to that.
The question is just what is interesting to you, but also it's already on the 57, so we could also just have a little break, and we could all have a little think, and then decide when we come back what we're doing.
Good idea.
Is 5 past good for you, or 10 past? 5
past sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Could we do 10?
Absolutely.
Because I think I need to make another coffee.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good idea. Good shout.
See you 10 past.
All right. See you. I think I have an idea. Now we just need to get Rhydian back.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
I've been talking. And I was muted.
Oh,
I heard Alecto has a plan.
oh, you did hear me.
Yes, I did. I was
I
just
thought
muted.
I thought you just muted everything and you were like focusing on something, so I just went like, okay. Yes. So you said something about the Chernobog deck being destroyed would kind of unleash whatever was inside,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And well, I mean, that sort of happened, right? We kind of
Yeah.
narrated that in a way. And then, of course, they went into the bodies of these more or less innocent casino goers. I mean, they weren't the most innocent people. I should know, right?
You do know, yes.
And I was thinking, well, I think they will still be unleashed on the earth in some way. It's just that I'm maybe coordinating it a little bit more. But the question is obviously how well will they listen to me? Because they are, well, they're not really, I don't think there's any kind of like binding contract that I have with them, right? Because I released them and I said, well, go and avenge not me, but the unfairness in the world or whatever you want to call it. So I'm thinking, I'm not sure to which extent we have actually talked about how that takes effect.
I think we talked about how they go out in the world and they cull a certain percentage.
They take down a lot of the upper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was about I think we talked about how it would be interesting to like seeing that everyone, like depending on what kind of context they come from, what they actually interpret as injustice.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the gods that were
Yeah,
unleashed? Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so varying results.
Mixed results.
It's good to recap that for a second because I didn't know how far that actually went.
I think we're just putting out ideas, thinking that that would be interesting,
Yes. But I do wonder because we haven't really talked about the repercussions of that, right? And I wonder, is it too early for that?
I was just wondering a different thing, and that is if that is not its own door that you opened there.
What, that Alecto basically opened the door already
Yeah.
without meaning to?
Yeah, yeah. And we've also established that there is the second problem looming with the orbital laser. So
Oh yeah.
I've forgotten. What is that all about?
That was Virtue's old handler,
yes.
who now is some sort of sentient AI.
Eye in the sky.
Ja, genau. And has
this may well be the adventure, the threat or mystery in which we all prove that we should not be in charge of keeping the apocalypse at bay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but who else,
And he basically got in touch with Virtues and told him to get out of the city, out of old friendship.
Jäger, right?
He's going to nuke the city because all the gods are in one place.
Oh yeah.
Only they aren't anymore.
No, they have.
Somebody freed them.
They have absconded, unfortunately. But like, so wait, so the nuke, as in with the laser blow up, but actually nuke.
Yeah, it's worse than actually nuke. It's like the kind of weapon that can kill gods.
It just pulverizes people.
You know what? Since we're only the three of us today, and we're already like halfway through our time, I would just call it and say we are solving the mystery now, and see where, because I don't see it going like in any more interesting and productive directions after we've basically opened both doors now. Like Gaia, not Gaia. The
Jäger?
Eye in the Sky, Jäger doesn't have any. Like, I wonder how he reacts now. Like, his whole thing was, hey, all the gods are in one place. Now I'm gonna kill them all, and now the gods are all everywhere.
My leverage.
Like this once in a millennia or once in a, I don't know, universe's lifetime chance. It's gone now.
Probably trying to reach fucking virtues, going, what the fuck did you go and do? And not reaching anybody. The person you called is not available.
So maybe you two sit together in the desert and talk and go over the clues and form a theory.
Oh, God.
So the things that we need to find out is the true nature of the Chernobog deck. I think we kind of know about that, like as in whether it's real or false.
I think this will be the real one.
That is easily solved, I would say. Then the form and purpose of the reality warped casinos.
Yeah, but wait. So it's real, but also we need to tie something to it.
Yes, we do. Mm-hmm.
So let's see if there's anything that works for that.
What do you mean tie something to it?
We need to tie a clue to each of these facets, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And so
let's see. Wait. Oh God, this is so. Okay, so the key. Wait, where is it? Vertus. Wait, do we have to write it?
No,
we have our clues on the middle board.
Not seeing
these green stickies.
Yes.
Oh, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait, does that actually make sense?
I'm
just out with it. We'll see if it works.
So in my memory, at least, I messed around with these arrows so they are actually fucking clear, so that any of the ones that are dotted are just like comments, so that we can remind ourselves of the context. Whereas any ones that are like, what's it called?
The black ones.
The black ones. They are fixed.
Yeah, they are fixed, although I don't remember the virtues thing actually being fixed. I don't know when.
It was a move that Teased played where he gets to, I think it was Teased, gets to connect a clue.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
I warped. I just added a new facet, right? And then, yeah.
And then we also added an additional facet, and that is the Vegas HQ, which is the question: what role does Sam's casino play?
Yeah, no clue. So I made it harder for us. Cool. But I was thinking then that actually, no, this is not making any sense. I was gonna say, what about a dream about the precise way to kill a god? But then I was like, why would I tie that to the Chernobog deck? That makes no sense.
I also thought about that, but I'm not sure.
I mean, it does make sense to me in the way that
maybe.
I mean, like this is a backstory that I just alluded to with Jaeger. That was just my theory, and my theory doesn't have any more weight than yours do. But going off my theory, I would tie the dream about a precise way to kill a god to the nature of the Chernobog deck, in that way that the Chernobog deck, for one, is a collection of gods in one place, and it is let's say mythologically and maybe also metaphysically so heavy that it creates this distortion field that we've been dealing with, where nobody can really predict anything happening in there. So this is what put Jaeger to the idea of nuking Las Vegas in the first place, that there was this probability distortion field, and he found out in his ways that if he does that, he can get rid of plenty of gods, and with that future harbingers in one go.
Yeah.
Well then,
but who is the harbinger here?
Well, that makes sense, right?
The harbinger is Jaeger.
So he wants to, in his quest to destroy a bunch of harbingers, and he's basically just doing the wrong thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, he is a military man, isn't he?
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, famously not the best decision maker.
Exactly, especially when you're thinking about, what was it? Everybody seeming to still believe that you can win a war just by bombarding the people doesn't usually work, right?
This is his mindset, right? So But I was thinking maybe this dream about the precise way to kill a god then really fits here because he did want to use the laser to kill the gods, right?
Yeah.
Well, so then so we tie that to the
Very
Chernobog deck.
precise.
Yeah.
So we tie that to the Chernobog deck,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess I'm just gonna move the rest over here as well, so it's not as weird. Oh
God.
Don't worry, it'll be okay in a second.
I'll just look away.
Yeah, just look away. What did you just do?
Avert your eyes. I did not do anything.
No, but one of my arrows has now been removed. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Maybe you lost
Because
it.
I thought of killing gods in the way of commodification, Disneyfication of their stories. But, obviously Jaeger doesn't understand that because he's a military man and doesn't use his brain in that way.
Mm-hmm. So can I make this arrow a black one?
Which one? Oh, this?
The one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can do it.
I can do it as well.
I'm already
Go ahead.
there.
Okay, so we know what the Chernobog deck is. We know that it's real, and we know that it is what brought Jaeger here in the first place.
Yes.
Good. Yeah.
And then I don't know about the reality warped casinos, but I feel like they could be tied to Win Up, Nude, and stuff.
Well, yeah, but they were also reality warped because of the deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the decks.
But then has it always been there? Oh no, the reality warping has just started happening. Was that
that's
the way?
also that coincided with the arrival of the deck, I would say.
Okay.
And I think we teased out during play that the 4 casinos are from vastly different realities. I think Sam's acolyte said something to that effect. Elijah.
Well, so I'm gonna put my face on Rhydian's face on the Joker as the Joker of trees to reality warp casinos then. Wait, I'm not gonna move this. I'm gonna put a fucking arrow and be done with it.
That's one of your very confusing. Well, you do have some sort of what is it called? Clairvoyance, right?
Huh? Yes. Why?
No, because I was just thinking, is it more like telepathy?
Well, the telepathy is one thing that I have. I think what we're talking. I don't know what just happened with my. Oh no.
Don't worry, Sina, I got it.
This is why I let you guys do this thing, because I can see that this is already.
Well, it's because also we've never had a board that is this fucking
for the initiated.
It's because we haven't had.
We're doing everything at the same time. Yeah, it's.
No, it's also just because it's very full.
Yes.
Because we made so many notes.
And it's a big chunky mystery. It's our first 8 complexity mystery.
Well, basically, this mystery would have done well with a larger board.
Yeah.
But then that wouldn't work on my laptop.
Maybe we should increase the general size of this, like of the like pin board itself or something.
But I'm currently working on a laptop screen, and any larger, I would fucking lose my mind. Anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I'm on a monitor right now, so I'm kind of.
So Rhydian's face on the Joker. So that's tied to the reality warp casinos.
Yes.
What do we have about Vegas HQ? I don't know. I don't know where. Which is the.
That's what we call Sam's Casino, the 5th one.
Yeah, I know, but which is so okay. But we have nothing really there.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question about Sam, and you can slap me if I haven't been paying attention.
I will not.
This is a stupid question. But does Sam know more about the Chernobog deck than? Wait, is it B?
We don't know. Delphine has never established anything to that matter.
Right? She hasn't really said anything about it, but she's also kind of been really quiet about it in a way. So I wonder if maybe Sam knew about this. Like maybe Sam has some kind of connection to Lisa.
Okay.
That we never actually knew about, because she keeps herself very shrouded in.
But since that interferes into another player's character and their backstory, we should not just assume that.
Yeah.
That's true.
When she's not here.
Yeah.
So it's a fun theory,
we don't know.
but it's her call.
I'll put a pin in it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Maybe
don't know. I have a question. Are these all these clues that you've given out, especially obviously the ones in dreams and shit? They all did come from the actual book, right?
Yeah.
But then I mean, you clearly sometimes made them more customized to our characters, etc., right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
As I
wondering,
should.
because part of me finds them now so specific that I'm like, how would I now tie this to anything, right?
Yeah.
Like the crystal ball with the crack shot through at the day of the London fire, like.
Mm-hmm. That you saw in a dream, so it could have been your subconsciousness trying to tell you something. It could have been Rhydian picking up on something that now makes sense in hindsight.
Okay, let me just tie it to the door of power then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe it's just about destruction in general.
Destroying occult objects, which can lead to huge unleashing of huge powers, which
has happened.
I'm gonna call the.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is the no. That's not what I wanted to do. Nope. No. Go away.
And
yes.
No,
So this is what I'm trying.
You had a question, Nina?
No, I think it's yes. No, it's fine. No, I was thinking maybe can keys be tied to more than one thing, but then this is going to get way too complicated.
Yeah, no. One
Let's
key.
just leave it like this.
No, the other way around. Not one key per facet, one facet per key. And with
it will be related to other things which can make sense in our narrative, but we don't need to do it.
Yeah, and with the crystal ball, another like more metaphorical thing I can see there, if that's interesting to you, is that in your dream it was like some sort of sniper shot aimed at in your dream still living Baptiste. So there is this element of killing gods or killing nascent gods, of somebody assassinating them.
Could be equated to the laser.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, true. Oh, that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, cool. What about Vegas HQ? I really should not have done this. I shall never do this again. Make a new fucking facet because I don't know how to tie anything to this.
Vegas HQ?
Yeah.
So there was a truth established, right? That there, that's right, on the right-hand side, the 4 reality warp casinos are all tied to a nexus, Vegas HQ. So that is kind of the central node. And then the question is why? Like, I guess the question, so the thing about the facets is always like, what is the actual question the facets are asking? And with reality warp casinos, I think the question is like, why are they there? Why these specific casinos? And with Vegas HQ, I could imagine the question could be like, why is it the master node? Why is it controlling the others? And why is Sam involved in that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What is this about the Prometheus casino? Here we're hearing the song of the Kraken.
Prometheus Casino is the one that blanking on the character name. Our golden boy, Virtus, the one that Virtus destroyed, and somebody was hearing the song of the Kraken in there in the radio.
Okay, but I have no clue how to tie. I'm wondering if we can tie Gwyn Apnut to the Vegas HQ.
Yeah, totally. How?
Because so if we say that, because I was talking about how my idea was maybe the death of a god is more metaphorical, being that, somebody has like reduced the story into like, a Disney fucking story and taken out all of the nuance and thereby reduced the power of this god or godlike being because nobody takes it seriously anymore. And maybe that's happened in Vegas HQ. And then the reality warping thing, which also feels like, a fail-like thing as well, may have like spread that way when the Chernobog deck arrived or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that's how that is the nexus.
Yeah.
And then because it says, right, so the ancient spearhead from Gwyn's court, covered in fresh blood given to Rhydian by the stage magician, sounds like, well, maybe Gwyn just went, let me lean into this and fuck up some other shit, if you know what I mean. Because I think he said, the guy said, Gwyn sends his regards.
Mm-hmm. So, and in the Vegas HQ, the HQ part in Vegas HQ refers to it being the division HQ, right? It's a field office. So then what I'm hearing is that Gwyn wandered in at some point and brought the Chernobog deck with him?
I don't know if I wouldn't necessarily say that's clear, but
I'm just asking.
That would explain why it's there.
I haven't thought about that. I'm cool with it if that's what you want.
No, I was just trying to tease out the essence of the connection there.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know. Just I was thinking it was more of a this is where Gwyn's destruction started.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of like, you know.
Oh, you mean the destruction of Gwyn?
Yeah, or like his, you know, reduction to blah blah blah. Like, you know, somebody, maybe me, you know, infected dreams and then gave people the idea of like telling his story in this way, in like some stupid little entertainment show.
Wait.
You know, and having all of that, and then that's where he starts his sort of
I like that.
So his weird way of fucking with other people or other.
So I imagine if we go down to the basement of Vegas HQ, we can find old posters and leaflets and stuff and promotional material like dating back to the beginning of Vegas, really.
Yeah. And like maybe he started with that, you know, with the Sherwood Forest one, which was very on the nose. But then he went, you know, we can have some variety, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I was tying it into. I mean, if he's brought the Chernobog deck with him, or maybe he's come into it somehow, and then like that to wreak more havoc. Cool, you know.
Maybe that was his effort to free himself.
Maybe.
Could imagine that maybe the Vegas HQ in his particular reality. We've also established that we're dealing with multiple realities here.
No wonder the sword looks like this.
Was constructed to keep him contained.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I have a quick question. So Gwyn has been banished somehow, or what was the background for that?
So Gwyn is like the older and more, I guess, ancient or whatever version of Oberyn, Lord Oberyn, you know, the fame.
From Shakespeare fame.
Shakespeare. And
yes,
that whole storyline started in the very first mystery.
That's why I don't know anything about it.
Well, it was supposed to be tied to another character, but then the player had to drop out. And then, then Dominic tied it a lot to me, my character, as in I have this whole background with the Fae Court.
Yes.
And yeah, Gwyn keeps popping up now. But basically, we found out at some point because that my character was actually not oppressed or whatever by Gwyn, but actually that my character was kind of like instrumental in reducing Gwyn to this, you know, Disney figure rather than.
Oh, okay.
But then, because I didn't have any memories of that, I basically restored him in a way to at least more of his power. Like he kind of like
he can still fuck with you, yeah.
Yeah, and I restored him by like, I don't know, doing something in the first mystery, and then suddenly like his appearance changed and he didn't look like you know, some dude from, I don't know,
like Tinkerbell
with horns on, you know. Yeah.
I imagine that this Gwyn is a different Gwyn than your Gwyn.
Oh, which even better.
Yeah, which also kind of implies that Delphine, that Sam is not from your reality.
Maybe.
And maybe he used just to like build on, or maybe I'm just repeating what you said. That Gwyn used this specific Vegas HQ from that reality to like free himself from the way they contained him in that reality. And part of that was to like do some multi-dimensional nonsense. And this is why the realities collapsed in Chicago, in Las Vegas, and those other 4 casinos also kind of collapsed into this little parallel pocket dimension that he created.
That makes sense.
So then the only problem, so now we have tied something to everything and explained 6 clues. What about the remaining 2? Because I'd rather not roll at -1.
So let me just ask you the question: what is the door of power? That is not super clear to me yet.
Well, I thought it was about destroying an occult object with a lot of power, which in this case would be the Turnabok deck.
Okay.
It makes sense to me in the sense of, because it could have been something different, but since we said that Jaeger is the harbinger, that must mean that destroying the deck is what unleashes.
But since we already destroyed the deck, that would make the roll unnecessary.
Oh, yeah, but I thought that's where we were basing this off of.
Yeah. So the door probably is something else than the deck itself because it's already destroyed.
Maybe the door could be that entire place collapsing in on itself.
Yeah.
Because 2 of the casinos have already been destroyed, right? And
yeah.
I don't know what happened to Sherwood Forest.
That still stands.
I think it might be a thing of some kind of showdown happening in the one in the middle, which is which does it have a name?
We haven't come up with one, I think.
Vegas HQ.
Yeah. That's what we call
it.
Name. But it doesn't have a snazzy casino name yet.
We have Archivist still. Which one is that?
What?
Oh, maybe it is that.
Wait, what?
Because I'm wondering, so Red Rock Casino was the Prometheus one, that one was destroyed, and I destroyed the Wolf Towers with Lisa and all of these things.
Oh.
Sherwood Forest is where Rhydian went, and then we have Archivist.
Oh, we never went there.
We never went there.
I guess that one would be connected with you, Alecto.
What?
Because it is basically a Assassin's Creed themed thing.
Oh, really?
Just with the serial number slide off. And that, of course, fits nicely with Alecto.
Oh, yeah.
Why? I don't understand why that fits. My brain isn't working.
Because the Assassin's whole deal is revenge, punishment.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I never even think of that because I just like running around Florence and stuff like that, Is there even one in Florence? I don't know if that was Florence. Anyway,
I also like Florence. Like, almost 20 years ago.
Generally, I've loved running around any kind of old buildings and the Colosseum. Like
it was very fun, but also getting detected all the time sometimes was really frustrating because you just want to be stabbing people.
Anyway,
well, should we maybe do something about that in the next session then, so this doesn't get completely overlooked?
But I thought we are finishing the thing today. We're trying to
do that. Oh, so we're finishing the whole thing?
Yeah, and
then the showdown.
Yeah, and then next time we can do the actual showdown. And then
okay.
We're done with that mystery finally.
We're trying to just tie the last 2 clues. Not tie, but just explain them in one way or another. They don't need to be tied, right? They just need to be explained. And then we can roll with all of our clues. Otherwise, right now we have 6. So that would be rolling at minus.
Prometheus Casino, which is the Red Rock Casino, where you can hear the Song of the Kraken. Could everyone hear that, or was it just Virtus who could?
I think it was just Virtus because only Virtus was there.
Okay. Well,
was the Kraken thing, that was the base 001 mystery, was that also somehow tied to Jaeger?
Yeah, that was the one where you met Jaeger.
All right, so I'm just going to say that this was somehow tied to Jaeger and Jaeger's communicating in weird ways. And that's enough.
No, that's not enough.
Okay.
completely forgotten who Azul is.
You don't
because you haven't
know
met her.
Azul. Azul is a sex worker from Mystery 2.
So, but I let me build on that, on the Prometheus thing. So the Kraken was the trainer of monsters in Base 001, or rather, it was the mother of the trainer, or grandmother even. And this was the song that led you deeper to the door in that mystery, deeper into the base. So how it is connected to the Harbinger is I'm just rambling. You were right, Zena. That's all there is to it.
The thing, I'd love a more satisfying explanation, but I can't come up with one because I think it's because this mystery is so big, and then now it's also this is tied to other stuff before, and I'm like, oh god, I can't hold all of the facts.
Let's tie it to the door of power. I have something for tying it to the door of power. We said that the door of power is this idea of killing gods, right?
Yeah.
And that was in a way what Base 001 was there for already.
True.
And so this is maybe this entire thing is an old plan that was devised in Base 001. And that is how it found its way into Jaeger's subroutines, and why he's still so single-mindedly focused on killing gods.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and with that it also fits to the Harbinger, but it doesn't matter.
I like that too.
And Azul. So what I'm reading from that particular hint is this thing with the cold iron bullets. Again, this idea of knowing what kills deities and what kills mythological beings.
And is that cold iron, whatever that is?
Cold iron is if I understand correctly, it is iron that is not forged, that is not heated up. It's just like hammered in shape. And it's like in like mythology, it is what kills Fae.
Just raw ore that's shaped into a bullet.
Yeah.
Well, so then that was just another way of thinking, like, we are just these are dreams, right? So it's like subconscious saying, hey, you might need to kill Gwyn or something like that, or like you need to think about things that kill gods.
Yeah, and in the dream, if I remember correctly, the situation was that Ricky, the leader of the Testamentos and boyfriend of Azul, gave her that gun and gave her an ultimatum, basically, to shoot somebody. I don't remember who. Maybe it was Gwyn, maybe it was you. I don't remember. Or he'll leave her, I think, was the ultimatum. So there is a little bit of like coercion, and like unfair. I mean, there are no fair ultimatums, but you know what I mean. Like psychological pressure in there.
The story.
Could this not also be just tied to the Chernobog deck?
But I was thinking of just saying, it's about. Yeah, I would just have put it. I mean, we don't need to tie it, right? It's just, okay, let's explain it as another way of like my subconscious saying killing gods, maybe in the sense of, hey, Gwyn seems to be more, how do you say that? Tied into this. And maybe your idea of just commodifying a god is no longer sufficient. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you want to get what you want, you need to be willing to take more drastic measures.
Yeah, like no half measures.
Yeah. With that, it would fit to either the Door of Power, the Vegas HQ, or the Shadowbox deck too, I guess.
Cool. Yeah. But we don't need to tie it anyway because we've already, right? We just explain it so that it fits in general, right?
Well, if we tie it to a thing that then counts for your role, but we just did.
Wait, I thought we have to tie one each, and then we have to explain anything else, and then we get to roll with all of them.
Let me recheck that in the book.
Can you make a new what is it called? Node?
No, I'm not making new nodes. What?
I don't know. Is there? What are the conditions for making new nodes?
They are very specific mechanics. Very few moves where you make new nodes. Anyway, at least that's how I always remembered it, and I think that's also how we played it, at least in sort of technically in reality. But maybe I'm wrong.
Well, the unlock Doom's door move says clearly connect the keys to the facets of the mystery, revealing the Harbinger. Roll and add the numbers of connected keys.
Cool. Okay. I guess I never really paid that much attention to it.
I think what you're thinking of is the explaining away situation from the Car from Bindlewood games.
No, not quite, but it must be a mix of those things that came into my mind. Anyway, it's fine. In which case, we will just.
But we just connected them, so.
Yeah, we connected somewhere in this area.
Yeah. And we identified multiple facets that we could connect it to. So,
yes,
in my book, that's as good as connecting.
It is tangled up in there.
Yes, tangled up in clues.
Cool.
As Bob Dylan sang.
Wow, that was.
Okay, so you get to roll with +1.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Do you want to roll? Do I want to roll, Nina, or should we roll one each?
We could roll one each.
Yeah, I like that, especially since it's only the two of us.
Yeah.
So 1d6. I'm rolling. -5, so I brought us somewhere.
It's already quite good.
-5?
Not -5. Mine is 5.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, I see. Okay. Let me see. Wait, what does this mean? I got new dice. Oh crap. Okay. I rolled a 12.
Oh no, you need to roll a d6.
But if you rolled a 12, that means you rolled 2 6s, so
I'm supposed to roll 2, right?
I thought you roll 1, I roll 1, is what I'm saying. Anyway, but it means you roll a 6, so
doesn't make
cool.
it different in any way, shape, or form, because it leaves us at an 11 or at 12, and both are, you reach the door moments after the Harbinger has unlocked it. They've begun to harness the power on the other side of the door, but there is still time to stop them. The Keeper will tell you what sacrifice or risk you will need to endure to interrupt their ascension. Okay.
I mean, that kind of perfectly fits with where this mystery was going anyway, right?
Yeah, and I think this is a great cliffhanger for today. So you puzzle all that out and go like, oh fuck, and make your way back to the city. And as you run or fly or whatever you do, Rhydian riding on the back of the Scorpion, back to the city, you already see the sun in the sky becoming brighter and brighter until you realize, no, that is not the sun.
Oh,
that is something else entirely. And
so what do you need for having a mope in the desert?
So what do you need to sacrifice or risk? I think what you need to sacrifice or risk is let me have a think on that. Like for right now, my thoughts are no, I don't know yet. I was thinking about.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was thinking along the lines of just accepting the destruction of the city and all the mortal lives, but that would not really stop the thing. It would be what he wants, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
We have powers.
Yeah, like if you want to. So what is the thing on the other side? The power on the other side of the door.
We need Virtus for this, I feel.
Yeah. Let me think about that.
Again, Virtus would probably just, add fuel to the fire accidentally.
Maybe this one time he can not smash everything to pieces and, channel his strength towards maybe smashing something to pieces that then will stop.
I have another thought, which, I'm sorry, this might sound, I'm not trying to be the main character here, but I was wondering if, this sounds silly, but if what needs to happen is that Rhydian finally becomes a Harbinger themselves, which will,
I love that.
Like the sort of, and then later needs to be dealt with, obviously, but it's just like in order to harness all of the power that they have, they need to let go of their sort of, idea of who they have become and just and then that's like retire your playbook, retire this character, become a harbinger, but first fuck up that other harbinger. You know what I mean?
I love it.
I don't know if that's silly or I don't know.
No, I love it as
Sounds
like
good.
on the meta level as kind of a sacrifice on your part. It will require a little bit of homework though.
Yeah.
For one, I'd be curious to see what your final form is, the Harbinger form is, and how that avoids the entire thing. And
Yeah, I
for
don't
two,
know yet.
which is maybe the even harder thing of even harder bit of homework for you, is that you would need to look up a new character.
Yeah, but my question is also, you said we're seeing the sun. Oh, we
Yeah,
think it's the sun, and then it's not the sun. What are we
no,
talking about? Is the city already being bombarded, or is there something else happening here?
no. I think it is the orbital laser, and I keep calling it an orbital laser. It's like some sort of like god killer cannon.
I'm just imagining the Death Star for some reason.
Yeah, exactly. That will
I was thinking
eradicate
of
the city and everything
Okay.
in it on a like physical but also metaphysical level in several dimensions,
that's
which
so
will
much
have
better.
knock-on effects on all the realities that those casinos and gods come from.
That is
So
so much better than what I was imagining, because I was always thinking of like a Doctor Evil kind of situation, which is, I don't know.
well,
that he's bargaining for $100,000.
No, because he also had like a laser, but it was like a silly looking one, not
Mm.
as impressive as the Death Star for sure. But then Jäger is also kind of a weird character. Anyway,
Yeah.
well, but I think so. I mean, so when I look at this move, right, the move that
Mhm.
also ends in me, like, wait. Let sleeping gods lie, right? So the regular move is like if I mark one. No, we're not even talking about one ruin. If I mark two ruin, then I wield my cosmic dreams of terror like the sharpest weapon, and I can infect a specific vulnerable target with horrifying hallucinations. Blah blah blah. And I would hope that that would render them incapable of, firing weapons, surely, because they are terrified beyond their wildest dreams. But then, because this is more than just a regular move, there needs to be a sacrifice or whatever. It might be well, you need to use way more power than that. And that's how they become the harbinger themselves, because
Yeah.
it's
You know,
necessary to use way more power and
yeah.
let go of their humanity to do that.
Yeah, that brings me to a nice idea that there's not one specific thing you need to sacrifice, but that I was just thinking along the lines of it costs all of you some ruin or some ticks on your clocks, because you're not the only one with clocks.
Yeah.
Virtus has his anointed one going.
Well, I don't know how that fits
Mm,
narratively, but
yeah, narratively, I would think that you all need to like really dig deep and lean into your godness to fight back.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then Rhydian, as they are want to do, goes really over the top. Because we were thinking about a way to get them to finish them off anyway, right?
Yeah. How much more ticks do you have left?
I have plenty of ticks on the Doomsday Clock. I just have like no ruin conditions to take anymore. So like once that ruin track is full, we're
No.
over.
We keep talking about that.
Anyway, but yeah, so on the clock I have plenty left.
Uh-huh.
I think I have like 8 left or something. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
only used it like twice or 3 times.
I mean, knowing you probably also have advances to take. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it's just describe a new way to gain darkness tokens. I just couldn't think of a way right now.
Yeah, and retire your character and become a harbinger of the apocalypse is also one you can. I don't know off the top of my head if that's actually in the book, but I think I maybe remember that is just something you can always do.
Yeah.
Like just
Because
retire your character. Like you don't need
yeah,
to.
I can do all of. Well, it's just no. I think this is because this is a ruin advance, right? So the ruin advance means become a harbinger.
Mm-hmm.
Changing your playbook is an XP advance.
Yeah.
Like if I get another ruin advance, then this is the only one I can take because I've taken all of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand that.
Anyway,
let me have a thought about what the sacrifice is.
let me ask you, because I seem to remember that you had another mystery in mind that would work so well with Rhydian. Is that the thing that is making you hesitate on that idea?
No, I'm not hesitating on the idea. But to that question, I think maybe I will just go ahead and stop the recording here, and because we're
sure.
like we're through the story part of the game for today. I feel, and we're in the janitorial discussion. So I'll stop it here.